Alright, thank you for watching the deer video. If you like, you can stay tuned to the update video here. I've been working on a major project, a rewiring of sorts, and just completed it like a few weeks ago. And then I had an accident. I hit an animal on the road, totaled my car, and my payments went from $250 a month all the way to $602 a month. So I tripled my payment, and that sucks. But it is what it is, and I do need reliable transportation because I drive like 80 miles a day. So I needed a new car with a lot of room. Anyway, you'll notice that there's join buttons and on the videos now. You don't have to join, but if you do, the money will go 100% towards this setup here. It would go for corn and camera stuff and you know, buying new SD cards, new cameras, and you know, other things. But yeah, you don't have to join. But if you do, I'll put your name at the beginning of each video that I produce. Keep in mind, I produce videos 3 weeks in advance, so it probably won't show up right away. In that case, I will put your name in the description box. And yeah. So anyway, like I said, you don't have to join. I like to produce these things for free for the general audience to just get away from political crap and the world at large and just get back to a little bit of nature, you know. Alright, we're going to do the update video now on the setup, and that's what we're going to do. Well, over the last couple of months, I've been quite busy upgrading the electrical here at the setup. And let me show you what I've done. We'll start with this side here. This is camera 15, and I replaced the entire run with solid core 14 gauge wire. Building wire, that is. Even though this isn't exactly a building. As you can probably see, already it's becoming home to spiders. There's 16 with a spider on it. But this is one solid run. I bought 500 feet of this stuff. There's a junction right there. So I bought 500 feet of this stuff, and that way I could run solid lines from one camera to another to another. Or in this case, peel back the insulation and solder directly to the line. And this time I made it just a little bit more airtight. Made the seal a little bit better because I taped it first and then I put some liquid tape on it. So that's nice. And I chose brown for this run. The other ones are green, but this one's brown, and I think it works a little bit better because you can't really see it too well, which is the goal. Like, I'm struggling to find it right there. There it is. So that's a solid red wire. It was fragmented. I was using automotive wire, 22 feet long wire, and spliced every 22 feet together to create something larger. But figured that probably wouldn't work so well in the long run, so upgraded the whole thing. We'll see more of this, because I was really going to town on this stuff. Alright, I redid this, all of it. I didn't like the way the other ones were touching on the ground. They were kind of getting all icky and stuff, so I rebuilt this completely. The only thing original is the fuse box. And then up in here, going out to the overhead wires. And this is the same, except green. This is the same kind of wire, it's building wire. This replaced this run here, because that was all cobbled together over years and years of updates and moving around and stuff. Matter of fact, the only original parts to this system now is this line here, going over to camera 6 and the power plant camera. Yeah, the rest of it's been replaced by more solid wire. And we got Mr. Spider right there. We're gonna evict him from his home because he's kind of in the way. Anyway, here's the junction for the system. There's the brown wire right there, and going to the green, and of course black to black. And I created a new drop. That's all brand new wire right there for camera 10, because the original wire was getting kind of icky. Anyway, the brown wire carries cameras 14, 15, 16, and 17, and the green carries the rest. The further on down the line you go, the less and less demand the wire sees, because of all the cameras that are tapped off. But that's one solid wire from power plant to camera 3. The one thing I did differently in this run was I redirected the wiring this direction instead of going over into this tree, which is somewhat inaccessible. So you can see the old wiring just kind of loose and down and stuff. I'll get that this fall, winter time. But I hang the wires a little bit higher this time. Not so high that I couldn't reach them, but high enough. And in other places I just reused the old mounts, the old insulators. So that's good, I think. Reuse. Yeah, the branch is drying out. Okay, so the power is coming in through that backwards S to to this cable right here and this one up here. That's the other one. This goes to the power supply, the power plant. This goes to cameras 15 and 16, and that over there goes to camera 17. Once again, one solid piece of wire right here. Of course, this is soldered into it. And yeah, let's go on to camera 17. Here we are at the other end of the wire, and we are at camera 17. Let me show you a cute trick that we can do with the camera here. Very neat trick here. Let me... Oh, there I am. Hi. Anyway, we go to here. And we can scroll through the videos that it took. Either forward or backwards. Oh, there's one. And we can play it. There it goes. Aw, she's cute. The screen resolution is not that great, but it is what it is. And something keeps eating my diodes. That's an LED up there. I had the same, its brother down here. And something ate the delicious green LED. Someone ate this. I'm pretty sure that when it passed through, it was not terrific. But anyway, we're going to replace it with this one. Hopefully nothing eats this one. I would not be a bit surprised if they do, though. Okay, it's green now. This just lets me know that there's power here. That's all this does. And like I said, someone ate it for a tasty meal. Pretty sure it didn't feel so good coming out. It's alright. Pretty hot day today. But anyway, we're ready to put the card in here and off to the next. These things are quite handy. I'm using my Sony Handycam, and this is what I'm using to power it. So I got lots of battery left, so that's good. They sell these things at like Disneyland, and what you do is you buy it from a kiosk, and then you of course charge your phone, go back to the kiosk, and you can exchange it for a new full one for like $3 or so. I think that's pretty cool, but I'm not sponsored, nor do I endorse swap till you drop or anything like that. The swappable power. Well, there's no kiosk around here, so if I run out, I run out. But I got plenty of power because I got solar, right? Anyway, This is the latest and the last part of the upgrade. And this wire is continuous from camera 1 here to camera 7. And it goes up here. And there's that part of the green and black line that will eventually go to camera 1, or camera 3 rather. Oh, and look, a twig. Yeah, it was under 1,000 pounds, so it held. These things are good up to 1,000 pounds. But how I got it done was I just opened up the insulation up here and down here and just put a wire in between. And for camera 11, I took another wire, drafted it to the old, and just onto there, onto that camera. And then over here was pretty much the same, except I used a piece of the old wire, which was still good, and drafted another wire to the other side. So yeah, I'll show you why I did all this right here. I used to wrap the wire around the insulator, but the problem is the trees sway. They move. And when they move, and when this tree moves, the wire in between doesn't move because it's locked in place. So it stretches until it does move. And we can just go on down the line. I did the horizontal instead of the vertical this time, and got them just a little bit higher. Then here, in front of camera 18, this thing fell, and it severed the wires up here on the old system, which I had enough wire, I could just put them on there. And how I did it was, I took some stranded wire. This is solid core, by the way. This is all solid core wire. But I took some stranded wire and I wrapped it around the two solid cores, and then I soldered them into place. That way it gives a much more robust connection, and a solid one. So this is what used to be up in the air. Now it's going down to camera 8 rather, which is this one. And then over here, that's not a wire, that has prickles on it, little thornies. I'll have to cut that. Anyway, this line continues. Like I said, one solid piece from power plant to this camera here, camera 3. Except for the black. This is original here. That's another part of the old original, but that's newer. And I did the same thing here. I wrapped stranded around the two cores to solid core and soldered them together. More robust that way. There's camera 3. And over there is camera 1. And that would be camera 2. Let's take a look at its thing real quick before we go. I used the old wiring here, and this used to go on to camera 1, and before that it was the main line, so it would power everything, and now it's kind of dead-ended there. But here, because these were stranded, I just wrapped them around the main line and taped them down, and then I used kind of a rubber cement to seal them up. And then that goes on to the power plant there. So at this point, this wire still has quite a bit of load on it. But past this particular point, the green goes from carrying the entire system to just 2 cameras. Cameras 12 and 3. So it loses a lot of the load up in this tree here. I think that will do it. Covered pretty much the entire project. The things I do to make sure that you have the deer videos and stuff like that. Although if I wanted to be simplistic about it, I can just put double A's in these. But I save quite a bit of money doing it this way. And with 1,000-pound tensile strength, I don't think any tree's gonna, little tree anyway, is gonna cause any problems. A big one, you know, like the spiky big tree right there, yeah, that could cause big problems. But a little one, you know, like this one here, that won't cause much of an issue. Alright. Thank you for watching, and there's more to come, and stuff like that. Oh, there'll be a lot more to come. Believe me. Alright, see you later. I forgot to document this side. Yeah, the same wire that's over on camera 1 comes over here to camera 17. So, anyway, that's it. We'll catch you later.